So St. Mary's has a long history of music. In fact, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Ignatius, brought the first piano to St. Mary's. I don't know if you guys know that. So we've had music since then. He also built the organ in St. Mary's Church, too. So at this time, I'd like to welcome up to the microphone our president, Marcia, Bleggi, to say a few words.
I really want to thank the Singing Dutchman for coming here today. You know, I don't know if you realize how many times a week those guys sing. I talked to them about a year ago, and they were sitting out of Pinecrest. And they said, well, you better save us now because we're already booked up for the year. And they're all volunteers. They enjoy singing. They don't charge anybody any money. So if you ever want to give anybody a donation, then the group probably needs it. So we really appreciate them coming here today and singing for us. And probably if you go out to Pinecrest or Silver Creek or any of those places, you're going to see them some other day. I want to thank all of you for coming. We really, at first we didn't think, you know, last week we had about 15 people coming and we were nervous. But then the mailman came with a whole bunch of mail, so we're so happy that you guys were able to show up. For most of you, people always ask us, but nobody is paid anything at the Historical Society. There's nobody, no leader, the president's just the president. Shelley Echo, in case you don't know her, we thank her every day, and she's not allowed to quit. So we have a lot of great volunteers, and we're so thankful for all of them. Some of them come down almost every day, even though we're not open. Barb and Jill were there many, many days when the doors are locked. And a lot of other people are there, like Sarah, doing work by herself, because it's easier to work when we don't have to give tours and all kinds of other things. So we thank all those volunteers, and we want to especially talk a little bit today about the volunteers we lost this year. And if you got your newsletter, you saw that we actually lost 3 board members this year. We lost our dear friend Alice Final, and we lost Carol Kunst. We lost, she wasn't on the board, but she was a volunteer. We lost her this year. We lost Donna Burgess, and we lost Queen Hagen. And we also lost another girl, Heidi Bach. She volunteered for us about 4 years, and she up and moved to California. So we actually lost about 4 or 5 people this year that we really depended on. So we're just thankful for them, and you know, no matter where we are in that place, especially Alice and Donna, you know, their fingerprints are everywhere. And we're still saying, ask Alice, even though she's not there, because she knew everything, and we're so thankful that she gave us the service that she did. I guess what I really want to talk about in just a couple minutes is that we need, since you realize how many volunteers we lost. If you looked at the newsletter, you probably saw that we have 60, 80 volunteers. But some of those volunteers are only there one day, the pancake supper. And probably there's about 20 people that are keeping the volunteers going in our society. So we're always looking for new volunteers. People that want to do something just for an hour. So if you know anybody that's sitting at home watching TV and wants to just give us a few minutes or an hour or 2 weeks, we'd really appreciate it. I want to thank you for coming to our dinner today, and thank the cooks in the kitchen. And after the dinner, we will have some presentations. I hope you'll stay around for that. And thank you very much for coming, and especially thanks to Dutchman. And if you see these guys around, just make sure that you realize that they are volunteers, and they love what they do. And I hope that if you volunteer at the society, that you love what you do, because most of us are there because we love what we're doing. We're not coming there because somebody's making us come. So thank you very much, and enjoy your dinner. I'm sure it's ready to be served. Thank you.
Bill Bauer has been a great part of St. Mary's, and the Bauer family has been a great part of St. Mary's. So this year, Bill's going to be our distinguished citizen. Mary Pat has a few words to say, I believe, about her father. So whenever you're ready, Mary Pat.
Okay. According to the Oxford Language Dictionary, the word distinguished is a verb that is defined as making oneself prominent and worthy of respect through one's behavior or achievements. My father, Bill Bauer, succeeded in distinguishing himself as a family man and a community member. He spent his time on this earth improving life for all of us. He was a man involved in the community from an early age. As a youth, he was a Boy Scout and an altar boy at Sacred Heart Church. Bill continued to follow his early established faith and attend daily Mass as often as possible throughout his life. He was raised in a family that believed in following their dreams. He used his initiative to reach his goals, improving not only his own life, but the lives of all he touched. St. Mary's is a better place due to my father's connection to it. He did what he did because he believed in improving life for his family and his community. He taught us the importance of preserving history for those that will come after us, giving your time to help others, and having fun in your life. But if he were here, he would be thinking that I had gone on long enough. So with my hand on the throttle and my eyes on the rails, I will attempt to carry on this legacy. Thank you all.
Without further ado, my longtime neighbor, Joe Jacobs, is going to come up and give us a little talk on the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, my name is Joe Jacob. I'm the current CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's. First off, I want to thank the Historical Society for inviting me here today to present and tell you a little bit about the history of the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's, and also kind of tell you what's been happening there over the past couple of years. So tonight is not only about celebrating the 100-year anniversary of the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's, but to honor the men and women who have helped make the club a successful organization for 100 years. And especially like to recognize William Hall, Henry Brock, Harrison Stackpole, Andrew Paul, third and fourth, and Bill Bauer, who have had a tremendous impact within the organization. So, the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's started, it was right whenever World War II ended, and there was clearly a lot of kids on the streets of St. Mary's. And the local gentleman, I'm sure some of you in this room know, and have heard the name, William Hall. He was acting as the first Boys and Girls Club of America president at the time. And he said, hey, let's bring Boys and Girls Club into my hometown of St. Mary's. And the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's is actually credited as the first rural Boys and Girls Club in the country. There's over 5,000 Boys and Girls Clubs over the country, and St. Mary's one is the first rural. What is the Boys and Girls Club, and what is the Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's been doing? So the mission of the club is to enable all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. So I'm going to give two personal stories of what to me a Boys and Girls Club is all about. So this was a couple years ago, and it hadn't been Christmas break because the kids weren't in school. And this is about 8:30 in the morning. And me and this lady that helps me with some accounting things at the club, we're in the office, and all of a sudden we hear a knock on the door, and it's these two boys that come to the club regularly, and we were like, I'll call them Bobby for extensive purposes, and I'm like, Bobby, what are you doing here? You know, it's 8:30, the club is not open until 3 o'clock, you know that. And his response, well, I don't have to leave my house, and my mom sent me to the library, and the library doesn't open until 10 or 11, whatever it is. And so, of course, we let them in, and the lady that was helping with accounting actually brought in a whole bag of clothes the next time she came into work, and gave it to these two boys, and, it was like Christmas to them. It really was. So last year, in 2023, last school year, we served an average of 83 kids every day after school. This has grown from 6 kids in 2016. Our goal is to serve 100 kids every day. We started a summer program in 2018, I believe, and last year 87 students attended every day. We actually tried to cut it off at 80 kids, just because we're continuing to grow this program, and we took it 87. In a nutshell, that's Boys and Girls Club of St. Mary's. I cannot thank the community enough. The Boys and Girls Club has always been locally supported, so we cannot stress that enough on behalf of the Boys and Girls Club.
Don't worry, I didn't come here to sell you something. Oh, wait a minute, yes I did. As some of you know, I've been writing an article in the Daily Press for the last 17 years. It's called Photographic Memory. And I put a photograph in there with a caption once a week. And the girls at the Historical Society were good enough to go through all the daily presses and gather them all. And they came up with 893 copies. And I thought, that's an odd number. So I extended it out to 1,000. So anyway, we put together a flash drive. It has 1,000 photographs of St. Mary's with captions. And we're selling it for $15. Or you can come down to the Historical Society tomorrow and get it for $20. This flash drive, you just plug it in, and there you have 1,000 pictures of St. Mary's history. And I've always loved photography and history, so this kind of combines it. So I hope those of you that buy it can enjoy this. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate your coming. We have a nice group here today. And I hope you learned something, and I hope that you're able to make some friends just by being here. So we have finished with our program, and you're welcome to stay around a little bit if you want to talk. And thank you for coming. Does anybody have any questions or anything? It's your turn to ask.
December 8th. Give a thought to that intrepid band of folks who walked over to Centerville, now Jersey, on a really crappy day, like yesterday and the day before. Those people of faith came here with faith in God, faith in themselves, and a faith in the future of this community that we're going to start. We're here, we stand because of our original settlers who had that incredible faith that would allow them to do what they did, come to this wretched place, cold, snowy, far away from anything else, to launch a community that's going to persevere and prosper. At some point today, remember that.